Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Lavinia and I post beauty videos regarding makeup, skincare, acne positivity, and just making you feel good in your own skin. And today we are going to be doing a first impression / wear test on Westman Atelier Makeup. I have the foundation here, which is maybe supposed to cure my acne. We're gonna get into the story time because I do have a little story time from when I went shopping at Westman Atelier and kind of my experience there with some unsolicited advice. We'll get into all that, but I do have the foundation, the infamous contour stick in the shade Biscuit, and then also a little mini blush here to try out. These products were very, very expensive, very luxury. I did buy these myself, so this will be an honest first impressions review. We'll also be doing a full day wear test. I'll be wearing this makeup throughout the whole day to see how it lives up to its claims and be showing you guys the results. So without further ado, let's get right on into that.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I keep trying to figure it out. Oh, no.
Alright guys, so let's get started on this look. I have my products here from Westman Atelier that I purchased actually last March, and I still haven't gone around to using them, so we need to try these out. I did check the expiration dates on them. We're still good to try these out, and then I do want to get into like the full story time on my experience that I had there, because if you guys have ever dealt with acne, you've probably dealt with people pointing it out in public and trying to give you unsolicited advice. And I had an experience at Westman Atelier last year in LA when I was there buying these products. So we're gonna get right into things here. So we have the Vital Skin foundation stick, which the story kind of revolves around. We also have the Face Trace contour stick. This is a really popular item from them. We have a blush, and then we have a little mascara, some glow samples, which I'll definitely use, and these Vital skincare drops. I'll see what I'll use out of these, but mostly we'll be testing the foundation today and the contouring stuff to see how it sits on my skin type. I haven't applied any skincare yet, so I'm going to go in with that. I'm going to go in with the Lancome Age Defense sunscreen, kind of as my moisturizer and primer today. So important to wear sunscreen every day. I actually really enjoy this formula. It reminds me of summer and the beach, which is what I need right now. I just got home from so much traveling. I was in New York and then Montreal, and then I spent a week in Paris, which was like the best week of my life, honestly. And I did not want to come back home, if I'm being honest, mostly because of how cold it is where I live. And just like the vibe in Paris was it. That's like my vibe, that's where I want to be, and I just loved it there so much. Alright, so I'm going to zoom you guys in here and let's jump into the foundation. Alright, so I'm already prepped and primed. Let's go in with this stick. Let's start over here. So I got this in the shade Atelier 0.5. It's looking a little bit yellow, but I'm sure once we blend it out, it'll be fine. That's what that's looking like right now. Alright, so I'm just using a little brush to blend it out. I've already blended out this side, but I'm going to show you over here. And I do remember even from when I went to the Grove in LA, they had like a pop-up for Westman Atelier, and I picked up these products from there. And I really got sold on this foundation because the lady applied it to my skin, and I really liked how smooth it looked on my skin, which you can kind of see over here. And it isn't like your typical stick foundation formula because you can see how creamy it is and how easily it's blending out, but also it's looking really smooth on the skin and providing like a medium coverage. Like you can just see it's like blending out like butter, honestly. So let's start kind of getting into a little bit of my story time of what happened while I was shopping there. So I was actually in LA with Urban Decay at the time, and me and two of my influencer friends went to the Grove to shop around. You guys might know them, Annie, Faye, and Truly. They're amazing creators, also from Canada. I absolutely adore them. And they are just stunning, beautiful girls who just have a different skin type than I do. They have like very clear, you know, smooth skin, a lot smoother than mine. And I, for one, usually get like a little bit intimidated going into like a makeup store that's like a high-end luxury store when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, or, you know, even if I am, like texture is seen underneath makeup anyways. So I was a little bit like scared, not scared, but like just cautious going into a store like this because a lot of people assume that I don't know a lot about beauty, that I'm not like in this industry, and you know, that's kind of when the unsolicited advice starts to come up. Also, when it comes to like luxury makeup, people with my skin type aren't really shown. Like you don't see an ad from Dior or YSL with someone that has acne. It's never been done, and I hope that, you know, that changes with time. But it's just not something that's common in the media to see like luxury brands showing imperfect skin. So I already obviously had this in my mind walking into the store, but I had heard so many great things about the products that I'm like, you know what, I really want to try them out. And the lady was like being really nice. She was letting us try out the products. She did apply this foundation to my skin, and she offered to like test it out on my skin so I could see what it looked like. Now, the part that I was like, maybe not, was when she said, you know, this foundation will actually help cure your acne, cure your scarring because the skincare ingredients in here. Now, I'm sure the ingredients in this foundation are great. I actually did want to take a look at them real quick, just to see like what I see in here. Yes, we have squalene, we have water, titanium dioxide, mica, like typical, you know, iron oxides to make that like color show on the skin. And yeah, maybe there are some like skincare ingredients in here. I see some camellia seed oil, coconut oil, which is not maybe the best for acne prone skin. But yes, maybe there are skincare ingredients in here. But when she was like, this foundation will cure your acne, it just left a bad taste in my mouth, because it was like that feeling of like, oh, I, you know, need something that will cure my acne, and just that feeling of like the unsolicited advice, like as if of all things you don't think I've tried, yes, this foundation will cure my acne. So I found that a little bit weird, and you know, now that it's been like almost a year since the experience, it doesn't like affect me anymore. But I do remember just feeling a little bit insecure in that moment, especially with my friends at the store, and kind of having to step away. And I bought the foundation anyways. I did buy it because I was curious about the look and how it'd sit on the skin, but I wasn't buying it because I thought, oh yes, this will cure my acne. I was buying it because I was curious about how the foundation would look on the skin, and obviously I review a lot of makeup products here on my channel, but that was just an interesting story, and kind of that, you know, uneducated response of like, yes, this foundation will cure acne, when people really don't understand acne at all. And I think there's so much misinformation around acne and why it's caused and why people have it. So she probably assumed like, this girl just doesn't take care of her skin, she clearly has an issue with her skin because of that, and maybe she's using a foundation that's super old or is causing her acne, so maybe this will be better. But in my mind, it's like, no, my foundation or my makeup is not the cause of my acne. So that was definitely an interesting story. I don't think this foundation will cure my acne, obviously, but I'm curious, but I'm really liking how it's sitting on the skin so far. It's very, very lightweight. I'm gonna kind of use this as my concealer today also. Just kind of do a little bit of this action, and let's see if I can build it up in some of these areas, because it's kind of giving me like a light coverage right now. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm the only person who's experienced something like this in a luxury store. It happens, but I'm really just talking about it so you guys can kind of learn from that experience as well, and just remember to like not let these things be something you dwell on. So I'm gonna move on to the contour stick. This is in the shade Biscuit, and this is what really, you know, brought me into the store, because I've heard so much about this contour, and apparently it's supposed to be really good for more fair skin tones because it's cool tone, but it's not like too gray or orange. So I'm just gonna apply this straight to the face. Oh yeah, look at that color, guys. That is like the perfect color. Let's do the forehead, and it's a very creamy formula from what I can tell so far. This is just blending so effortlessly into the skin. Wow, see that? Like, I'm not even having to use that much pressure. And the product, you know, it's still pigmented enough that it's giving me that contour, but it's not giving me like that muddy look. It's not being hard or difficult to work with. This is a very expensive product, but I do feel like whether you're a beginner or more experienced, this would be really, really easy to work with. Look how it just sculpted my nose out. I love that. I love that shade. That's really, really nice. All right, and let's move on to the blush. This is in the shade Petal. This is so pretty. This is like my perfect rosy blush. I love going for these shades. Look at this shade. Like, absolutely stunning. Stunning shade. I'm gonna blend it out. Same brush. It's not like disappearing into the skin, which I like. So that's telling me that it's gonna last maybe longer on the skin, which is a good sign. The shade is stunning though. I am obsessed with it. It's like the perfect rose. And I feel like all the products are like meshing together really, really nicely. I do like that. These are really nice. So there's the foundation, contour, and blush all done. I'm gonna set the face. I'm gonna use some Laura Mercier translucent I've been really enjoying this powder lately. I'm like, how have I not used this like before this year? I'm mostly just gonna set right under the eyes because that's where I tend to crease and wear the most. Since it is a cream foundation, I'm getting the sense that I don't need to set as much, but I'm still gonna set down the center of the face. It is giving me like a satin finish right now, so it's not super dewy, so I feel like you don't need like an intense amount of powder, but I'm just gonna do a little bit so that the makeup does stay in place. All right, I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I just went ahead and did the rest of my makeup off camera. This is what the skin is looking like. Honestly, really impressed with how smooth these products are looking on the skin, like the foundation, honestly everything. It's melted together really nicely. It just sits really nicely on the skin. It doesn't like look cakey or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and set everything down with my Charlotte Tilbury. I use this on a daily basis, so want to keep it consistent. All right, so I actually have to go run because I have a presentation at school that I gotta go do. So I'm gonna head out and get that done. Now I look all presentable with my makeup. And I'm gonna wear this makeup throughout the whole day, and then I will update you guys at the end of the day to see how it's holding up. But before I go, I do have to show you guys how this looks like in different lighting. So here is away from the ring light, and then as you can see, like that texture pops up a little bit more when I'm not facing the direct light. And then here is a bathroom lighting, which I think gives the most realistic look of how the makeup actually looks. Hey guys, I wanted to give a little midday update. It's been like 5 hours since I've been wearing this product, so I want to show you what the foundation looks like and everything. This is kind of in natural lighting. I know sometimes you guys ask for the natural lighting view, so here it is. It's wearing like okay. I do have some like wear and tear around like the nose area. It's also freezing out, so whenever it's like snowing and freezing, my makeup tends to like not wear as long, obviously, which I mean makes sense since like the snow is hitting my face. The cheeks are looking good. The blush and contour is still visibly there. So yeah, I'm not mad at it, but there's definitely been some wear around my nose there. Hey guys, so it's the end of the night, so I thought I would do my last check-in here on how the makeup is sitting. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I feel like for, you know, how long it's been, it's currently 10 p.m. so I've had this makeup on for about 11-ish hours, coming on to 12. This is what everything's sitting like on the skin. The contour is still there. The blush has definitely worn the most, I would say. The foundation has worn a little bit as well, like on my chin and around my nose for sure. I have been blowing my nose though, so I'll give it that. The forehead is actually looking pretty good. We do have like some shine coming through, but for how little I set the face, I really just set under the eyes. The under eyes are looking really smooth in my opinion. Sometimes I like kind of doing that foundation hack where I don't use like a concealer, I just use the foundation under the eyes. I feel like it's sitting really nicely, so I do like this makeup. I would definitely use this foundation again, and the contour and blush. Really liked it. Is it worth the price? Maybe. I don't know. It looks really nice on my textured skin, I feel like. Are there other foundations out there that have a similar effect? Yes, but for a stick foundation, I did really enjoy it. It's definitely tough to justify the high price, but if you have the money to spend, it's definitely a really beautiful formula. I did really enjoy it. So let me know what you guys thought of these products and how they all were throughout the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a future upload. Also, go check out my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi. We post every single Sunday at 7 a.m. MST, where we break down the walls of beauty standards one fall at a time. And if you're looking for more short form content from me, daily basis type thing, go check me out on Instagram and TikTok at Lavinia. I think that is all. Shop my brand, 9to5skin.com. The individual products are now out. But that is it. Love you guys all so much. And remember to always hustle and love light skin great. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out.